The air crackled, magic surged. Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, stood against the Scarlet Witch. Master of the mystic arts, Doctor Strange could manipulate time itself, wielding the Eye of Agamotto with unparalleled skill. Scarlet Witch, with her reality-warping abilities, could bend the very fabric of existence, her chaos magic a force of nature. Their rivalry was legend whispered in hushed tones, feared by those who understood. Today it would be settled in a battle that would shake the very foundations of reality. The fate of the world hung in the balance, innocent lives were at stake. Both sorcerers knew the cost of failure. Doctor Strange, armed with powerful artifacts like the Cloak of Levitation and the Wand of Watum, was a formidable opponent. Scarlet Witch, with her telekinesis, could move objects with a mere thought, her power unmatched. They had faced countless threats together, defended the Earth from cosmic horrors. But this conflict was personal, a clash of ideologies, a battle for the soul of magic itself. Chapter 1, Sorcerer Supreme. Doctor Strange, the former surgeon, now master of the mystic arts. His hands, once wielding scalpels, now conjured spells of unimaginable power. The Eye of Agamotto blazed upon his chest, granting him mastery over time itself. He was a shield against the unknown, a guardian of reality. He had foreseen this battle, seen countless outcomes, each more terrifying than the last. But he would not shirk his duty. He would face Wanda, his friend, his student, and pray that he could find a way to save them both. Strange moved with the grace of a dancer, his crimson cloak billowing behind him. He wove intricate patterns in the air, each gesture a brushstroke of raw magic. He was a master of his craft, confident in his abilities. But a flicker of doubt remained, for he knew the true extent of Wanda's power. Chapter 2, The Scarlet Witch. Wanda Maximoff. Her power was chaos magic, raw and untamed. She could warp reality itself, reshape the world to her will. She was a force of nature, unpredictable, uncontrollable, and deeply wounded. She had loved and lost, suffered tragedies beyond measure. Her pain had twisted into something else, something darker, more powerful. She had become a being of pure magic, capable of both creation and destruction. Wanda's eyes burned with crimson energy, her hands crackled with power. She was a whirlwind of emotions, grief, anger, and a desperate longing for peace. She did not want to fight, but she would not be denied. The pain was too great, the need for control too strong. The battle began with a whisper, a ripple in the fabric of reality. Then, all hell broke loose. Buildings crumbled, the very air screamed. Strange conjured shields of shimmering energy, deflecting blasts of scarlet energy. Each impact shook him to his core. Wanda was a storm of chaos magic, twisting space and time. She hurled objects with the force of a hurricane, transformed the ground into a raging inferno. Strange fought with all his might. His spells were precise, calculated, but against Wanda's raw power they seemed almost insignificant. He opened portals trying to outmaneuver her, transporting them to other dimensions. But Wanda was always one step ahead. Her powers responded to his, countering his every move. She was a mirror reflecting his own magic back at him, amplified and distorted. Strange struggled to maintain his focus. Wanda's magic was overwhelming. It seeped into his mind, whispering doubts, amplifying his fears. He had to end this, before she destroyed herself and everything around them. He gathered all his power, channeling the energies of the multiverse. The Eye of Agamotto blazed with blinding light. He unleashed a torrent of energy, a wave of pure mystical force, aimed not to harm, but to contain, to restrain. For a moment it seemed to work. Wanda staggered, her chaos magic flickered, but it was not enough. She was too strong, too consumed by her pain. With a scream of anguish she unleashed her full power, shattering his defenses, breaking his control. The world seemed to crack. Then silence. Doctor Strange lay on the ground, his body battered, his magic spent. He had failed. Wanda stood over him, her eyes blazing with power. But in their depths, he saw a glimmer of remorse, of sadness. She had won. But at what cost? She was alone, more powerful than ever. But adrift in a world she no longer recognized. Strange could only watch as she disappeared, leaving him with the weight of his failure and the faint hope that one day they might find redemption. Together, the battle was over.